Since the introduction of the LS, every car that obtained the engine had been either a muscle car or a sports car. This was all about to change in 2005 as General Motors sought to deliver a powerful and robust engine, but put it in a compact engine bay. This smaller V8 still packed a punch and sounded the part. This newfound LS4 engine was an attempt to bridge the gap between a powerful small block engine and a reliable daily driver. This was the most unique and controversial LS engine even today. Why not take a deep dive into that? The LS4 was the smallest LS series engine to date, only being 5.3 liters of displacement. The bore was 3.78 inches and the stroke was 3.62 inches, and it had 2 valves per cylinder. Tradition followed as the LS4 also was made out of an aluminum block and the heads as well. It weighed in at 478 pounds. It was only available with the 4T65E 4-speed automatic transmission and it redlined at 6,000 RPMs. This was the first time we've seen an LS engine only be offered as an automatic. It had a lower compression than the previous 5.7 liter engines at 10.0 to 1 and made 57.1 horsepower per liter. The new engine differed vastly in 2 major ways. Number 1 was the displacement on demand, which would turn off half the cylinders during steady driving, and the vehicles offered with the LS were all front-wheel drive, which is the number 2 thing that made it different, and this was heavily controversial when it was released. The engine was in production from 2005 to 2009 and continued to be the only front-wheel drive LS engine ever made, and because of the transverse layout, it used a shorter camshaft. On November 2nd, 2004, the LS4 was first seen in the Grand Prix GXP at the SEMA Auto Show in Las Vegas, Nevada. It came out for the 2005 model year, where it made 303 horsepower and 323 foot-pounds of torque. Psst, we're going to see that number quite a bit in the near future. The car featured paddle shifters, which made it the first LS-powered vehicle to utilize this. This V8 powered sedan zoomed to 60 in 5.6 seconds and finished the quarter mile in a mere 14.1 seconds at 103 miles an hour. The Pontiac reached a top speed of 143 miles an hour and weighed a nice round 3,600 pounds, and this was the longest produced LS4 car, ending production in 2009. In the following year, the Monte Carlo SS was the second vehicle to get the 5.3 liter treatment. This sleek coupe looked the sportiest of all 4 LS4 cars and made an identical 303 horsepower and 323 foot-pounds of torque as the Grand Prix did. The Monte was a touch lighter and weighed 3,549 pounds. This helped the Monte reach 60 in 5.7 seconds and run down the quarter mile in 14.2 seconds at 101 miles an hour. But the Monte was faster in the top end, running out of steam at 150 miles an hour. It was the shortest produced LS car to date, only being made for the 2006 and 2007 model year. Oh, you didn't want a 2-door coupe for the 2006 model year? Boom! General Motors just dropped the Impala SS with the LS4. This was a more luxurious offering in the lineup, and once again matched the 303 horsepower and 323 foot-pounds of torque as the original output in 2005. The 0 to 60 was 5.6 seconds, and the quarter mile time cloned the Grand Prix at 14.1 seconds at 103 miles an hour. With luxury, though, comes weight, and this suffered from 3,712 pounds of it. But that didn't stop it from topping out at an impressive 154 miles an hour. This was the most produced LS4 car, and you tend to see them being dailied quite often, even today. Let's talk about the opposite side of the spectrum and talk about the most rare LS4 car ever made, that being the Buick LaCrosse Super. They made roughly 2,500 units between the 2008 and 2009 model year, which tied the Monte Carlo SS as the shortest produced LS car so far. This car was very luxurious and was also very unassuming. Making 300 horsepower, this was the least powerful LS car ever made, and 323 foot-pounds of torque. The slight loss of power was mostly caused by a more restrictive exhaust, making for a quieter ride quality. It ran to 60 in 5.7 seconds and stormed the quarter mile in 14.2 seconds at 101 miles an hour. This grandpa grocery getter topped out at 150 miles an hour and was the heavyweight of the group, tipping the scales at 3,770 pounds. The LS4 was a means to attract more customers to the small block LS platform by producing daily drivers, and it still greatly benefits people looking for cheap, reliable power today in the used market. These engines are a little bit difficult to modify just because the motors fit tightly in the engine bay, and this also makes them a little bit difficult to work on. But when you do throw parts at it, they respond well to them and pick up power easily. The transmissions were pretty fragile too, and weren't fitted to hold that much power, causing them to prematurely fail, along with the valve train due to the displacement on demand. With that being said, I think once these problems are dealt with, the LS4 platform is great and has lots of usable power with modern features complemented with comfort. Along with that, they can get close to 30 miles to the gallon on the highway, making them a well-balanced machine. In the next video, I plan to discuss the LS2, which spans 6 vehicles and which is probably the most diverse LS platform. I would like to thank all of you guys for stopping by and watching this video, and I know that I say this in every video, but you guys mean so much to me, and I appreciate you all for being able to make videos and grow a community around cars. I love that, and I've always dreamt of doing this. I hope you guys all have a great day, and again, thank you so much for watching. Bye.